So welcome to a spring cleaning yoga practice. We're going to start on our hands and knees, pressing back into child's pose, lift up onto the tips of the fingers, and make sure your belly is resting on your thighs here. Keeping up on the tips of the fingers, you're going to start to walk your hands over towards the left and drop your hips over to the outside of your right heel. Begin to deepen the breath in and out through the nose, filling and emptying, massaging the abdominal organs, and walk your hands to the right, drop your hips to the left. And this practice is all about heating and invigorating and detoxifying. The quality is and actions of spring, especially early spring. So bring yourself back to center. Inhale up onto your hands and knees, drop your belly, open your heart and look up. Exhale, tuck your tail, your navel, your chin to your chest. Inhale back into cow pose, stretching the throat. Exhale into cat pose, pushing into the hands. Inhale, open back up through the heart, tuck the toes. Press the chest towards the thighs into downward dog. See if you can lift your hips a little higher. And if there's space in the backs of the legs, gently root the heels down towards the ground. So starting to build a little bit of heat, we're going to slide the feet together and inhale the right leg to the sky slowly. Exhale your knee to your nose, shifting the shoulders forward over your wrists. And then inhale, look forward and slide the right leg back up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring your knee to your right tricep, shifting the weight again. And now step your foot outside of the right hand to the baby finger side. Walk your left hand all the way off the mat to the left and stretch your right arm up to the sky and see if you can just even let that right arm fall back and maybe look up. Keep the back thigh lifted and then bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot, left knee down onto the ground. Find the tips of the fingers again, lift the chest and send the breath down. As you exhale, straighten the right leg out to the side still. Stay up on the fingertips and then bend the knee, open the heart, inhale. Exhale, pull the hips back. Keep the chest open. Inhale, lengthen through the front body, soften the hips. Place the palms down and either stay here, lift the knee up, step back, and stretch the right knee up towards the sky. As you exhale, take your knee to the outside of your left arm and then step the foot to the outside of your left hand as best as you can. You want to straighten out your right leg. So step your back foot in if you need to. You can lift up onto the tips of the fingers, but pull your heart forward. Try to lengthen the low back and squeeze your inner thighs together. So really targeting in this sequence the energy lines. And start to lower your right knee to your right wrist for pigeon pose. Lift up onto the fingers, open the chest up towards the sky. Then as you exhale, start to slowly crawl down onto the left elbow. Place the right palm in the left palm and push down to twist to your right. And the energy lines we're focused on for the spring are the liver and gallbladder, so they're running up the inside and the outsides of your legs. Bring your palms down, step back into plank pose. Shift the weight forward. Use the knees if you need to. Bend the elbows back and soften to the ground. Lift from the back of the heart and the head, squeezing the shoulder blades together in cobra pose. Throughout the sequence, you have the option of staying here in cobra pose, even lower if you need to. As you exhale, downward facing dogs. Inhale the left leg up, so all the same things on the other side. Exhale your knee to your nose. Look forward. Inhale the left leg back and up to the sky again. And as you exhale, bring it to your left tricep. Place the foot to the outside of the left hand. Soften the right knee to the ground. And as you take your backhand, or your right hand, out to the right, reach the left arm up, lift the knee up if it feels okay. And try to pull the shoulder blades together a little bit more. Maybe look up. And then gently lower the right knee back down if you brought it up. Hands walk to the inside. Find the tips of the fingers. Stretch the heart open. Breathe in. As you exhale, straighten the left leg as best as you can. Try not to drop your head. And then inhale, hips forward, heart up. Exhale, hips over the right knee, flex the left toes. One last time, breathing in. And then palms down, lift the back knee, take that left knee up to the sky, keeping the right side of the body long, and then take the knee over to the outside of your right arm and step your foot up. Try to ground the left big toe down, lift onto the tips of the fingers you need, pulling the left hip back, squeeze the inner thighs, heart forward, maybe look forward a little bit more. It can also be on the outside edge of the foot if that feels like too much. And then slide the left knee slowly. You can tuck the heel closer to the hips, just find your pigeon. Walk the hands as close as you can for a deep breath in. And as you exhale, right elbow to the center line, palms meet, twisting to look over your left shoulder. Starting to cleanse and clear any lingering heaviness from the winter, any gunk and junk we might still be holding on to. So we're going to step back into plank pose, downward dog, lift the left leg up and breathe in. Step into plank pose. And then as you exhale, use the knees and gently lower down onto the ground so the elbows shave the ribs. And again, you can stay in cobra if that's enough, or bend the knees, stretch the arms forward. As you inhale, lift from the back of the head and the heart. Good. Stretch your right arm back and right leg straight. And then switch. Left arm and left leg. Right arm and right leg. Kind of like you're swimming. Try to touch the opposite ankles now. So as you go back, right hand touches left ankle. And then reach arms forward, toes up. And then both hands back to the outside of the feet. Dhanurasana, bow pose if you can. If you can't touch the feet, just reach both arms back right now as you balance on your belly. And then release as you exhale. And press into plank or table, and then downward facing dog. Slide the feet together, right leg inhales to the sky, and exhale your knee to your nose. Take it to the right tricep, right wrist, left tricep, left wrist, right wrist, nose. Good, like big circles without touching the ground if you can. And then step your foot up. Inhale into a high lunge, bending the back knee if you need to. And as you exhale, twist. So your right elbow is going to meet the top or outside of your thigh. Left hand can come down, right arm up, maybe back behind you, half bind or full bind if it's in your body. Starting to wring out. And keep looking down if it helps with your balance. And then frame the right foot, hands to the ground, place the back heel down and walk to the center of the mat. Prasarita Padottanasana, you can use blocks under the head or the hands if you need to. Get a little bit more length, and as you exhale, fold, elbows point back. If you're comfortable and it's in your body and practice to come into headstand, flushing the lymph system, go ahead and lift the legs up over your head, only if your neck is super strong and healthy. Float the legs out to the side and bring them back down if you brought them up. And lift your heart up as you inhale, lengthen the spine. Look over the right leg, and as you exhale, lunge to the top of your mat. Left knee comes down, right hand onto the right thigh, gently push it away and look over the right shoulder. Maybe let the knee fall open if your hips feel open. Left foot comes up and maybe reach back with intention, or find your foot and push the foot into the hand, left hand out to the left, and now dive down towards the ground. And then inhale, push back and lean back. Exhale, draw the foot in as you come down, forehead to the ground. One more time, breathe in. And let that go, exhale. Lift up onto the tips of the fingers. Slide your left knee to the outside of your right foot, and then move the left foot to the side so you can sit on a block or the ground with both butt cheeks down. Hands behind you, sit up super tall, chest forward. And then take that left arm up, lengthen the left side of the waist, and exhale. Hook the elbow again to the outside of the knee, or just hug it in. Look over your right shoulder perhaps. And with every inhale, get a little taller. Every exhale, pull the navel back. Look to the left, frame the hands at the top of the mat, and then kick that left leg, standing splits, right up to the sky. Inversions, also really delicious for our lymph system, detoxing the blood. Step back into plank. Inhale, set it up. Exhale, lower to the ground. Again, bend the knees. This time, stretch the arms forward. Yes, lift up from the back of the head and heart. Right hand back, find your left foot. Left hand back, find your right foot. So same as before. Good, and now catch your left foot with the right hand. Twisted bow. Catch your right foot with your left hand and lift up. Everything off the ground but your belly. And reach forward and back, and then maybe take your feet again if you can reach them. Just reach with intention, Dhanurasana. Lower down. And as you inhale, push up, table or plank, and exhale, downward dog. Slide the feet together, float the left leg up, breathe in. Exhale, knee to nose, and here we go with those circles again. Left tricep and wrist, right tricep, right wrist, left tricep, nose. One more time around, pull up, try not to touch the ground, finding our core. Look forward and step your foot up. And from that core, lift up, high lunge, breathe in. Exhale, twist to the left. Back knee can be down if you need it. Lift through the thigh, maybe right arm to the sky. Maybe left arm behind you, grabbing underneath your left leg for a bind. Squeezing on the exhales, navel to spine, flushing. And then hands come down. Right heel to the ground, turn over to the right side of the mat. Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. Lengthen as you breathe in. Exhale and fold. And again, you can just hang out in the forward bend or any variation of it that you know or love. Or come into some variations of your headstand, again, only if you're feeling stable and strong. You can play upside down if it feels right in your body today. And then opening up, place the feet down onto the ground. Lift halfway as you breathe in, lengthen your low back. Look over the left leg, lunge to the top of the mat, place the right knee down. Left hand, left thigh, push it away, look over your left shoulder. And then maybe take that right hand out to the right a little bit more, soften the hips, reach back towards your right foot, maybe catch it like you did on the last side, and then lean back, breathe in. And keep opening up. You can stay opening or come back in to do your push-ups. So on the exhale, 3 times, coming down to the inside. And let your right foot come down, slide your right knee to the outside of your left foot. Hands behind you, lift the chest, and then take the right arm up. As you exhale, twist to the left, pushing down into the left big toe. Crawling up through the crown of your head. And then hands frame the left foot, right leg to the sky, standing splits. Think about reaching up as you push down into your left foot. And then stepping back into plank pose, downward facing dog. Take a moment. And then gently lower the knees to the ground. Wide-legged child's pose now. So feet together, knees as wide as they'll go safely. Melt the belly and the chest onto blocks of the ground. And find some softness. So when we have a well-functioning liver, prana, or energy, we feel more balanced emotionally. So it's easier to move from that state of darkness to light when it does happen in our life, just like spring is symbolic of moving past and through. the resurrection. So when you crawl up onto your knees now, cross your right knee behind your left and separate the feet. So you're going to sit back in cow face, maybe on a block or on the ground. This is one of my favorite kriyas for creating a little bit more space through the thoracic spine and the heart. You can take your arms up over your head, interlace your fingers and point your index finger. You're going to inhale through the nose and exhale, and as fast as you can, just churn side to side from the navel, trying not to move the hips, but instead make the movement come from the mid-spine. Keep your biceps squeezing the ears. And eventually we start to invite in Kapalabhati breath. So if you're new to this, it's just a rapid exhale, like you're pumping your navel every time you breathe out. Almost sounds like you're blowing out a candle on your birthday cake. And come back to center, breathe in. Hold the breath in if you're not pregnant, and as you exhale, float the hands down. You can stay seated if that's enough in your hips, or you can crawl forward and relax over that top thigh, resting your head on a block even. And using your breath to melt any tension in the hips and the low back. And coming up slowly, we're just simply going to unwind the legs. So now the opposite one is on top and we're back in cow face. So now it should be the right leg. You can move the heels closer to or away from your hips. Again, we're going to come into the kriya. Inhale the arms up, interlace, point index fingers. And if you can, integrating Kapalabhati. Keep going, don't let yourself stop. If it's too much, just slow down the breath. Moving from the navel, and then inhale to center, hold the breath in. And exhale like wings, let your arms float down. The eyes close, stay seated again, or start to fold over the top leg and melt down. And the beautiful benefits of healthy liver prana is that we start to get more clear about our path in life. Our resilience becomes stronger. And when plans change, we're able to go with the flow more easily. So now you're going to come up, uncross the legs in front of you, separate your feet the width of the mat, and just let your knees windshield wiper from side to side. And then bring yourself into a comfortable seated position on a block or the ground, Sukhasana. Turn the palms open, close the eyes. So it's so important that we remember detoxing the mind is just as crucial as the body. So for the next couple of minutes here, that's all it is today. Just approach this stillness with a sense of curiosity and allow yourself to be compassionate to any thoughts that do arise. Let everything just eventually flow through the mind like clouds in the sky. knuckles of the thumbs to the forehead. Bow forward. Namaste. Have a great day.